Hello YouTube, Wolf here with another YouTube video. And today we are playing the JA37D. And not to get confused with the JA37C, the video I did a few days ago. Or a while ago, depending on when this video comes out. Um, yes, this is the upgraded version with a lot more countermeasures. We get... kind of looks like the same research thing, but behind the scenes I did end up spading the JA37. And now we are working on spading the JA37D. Why should I spade these, you ask? It it helps grind in many ways. It's like a mental process, you know? Like, you just mentally grind it out. It just mentally helps in a way. Even if you get shitty matches, you just kind of have to look at the parts you have. And then, like, because, like, my tip for grinding is when you see all this, don't get overwhelmed by how much is there. Because, do the math. If you research 2 parts now for that, like, you research 1 part to get that thing, 3 parts for the next row, 2 parts for the row after that, and then the last 2 are, like, 2 parts, right? When you go, then that means there's 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. That's how much parts you have to left to get, which is not that big of a deal. Because once you do that, you start with the 3 parts you're missing. Once you get that, you start on the 2 parts you're missing. And then once you get that, you go for the last 2 parts. And then you go for those 2 parts. And in a way, it just mentally might help. And makes the whole grinding process a little less tedious. And yeah. I'm also considering, now that I think about, disabling chat. Because, just if I might do YouTube more on this, I might end up disabling chat. Like Spookson does. We'll see. I don't mind keeping chat open, especially communicating with teammates saying, hey, there's enemy there, enemy here. Yeah. Also, I apologize if the RWR is a bit loud. Yeah. So, yeah, running around with the realistic sound mod, which is really fun to play with. Come on, please hit him. Okay. I do have to say, the only problem with playing this type of vegan is fighting a lot of the better jets that have better radars and extremely, extremely better missiles. Yeah. Nah, just only a little problem running with this jet is you don't get the best of missiles. Because you still only get the dogfights, which isn't that bad, but it's still... They tend to self-detonate once they lose a single bit of luck, which sucks. But if your missile hits, you're guaranteed to kill most of the time, which is why I like this missile. But I really do wish like they got just standard AM7s instead of the dogfights. Because the dogfights do hinder a lot of the game play. Oh, it's just a very interesting VR range, I guess. That's strange. My recording software seems to only be picking up every other line for the radar. Strange. But yeah, I like this radar. It's a lot more, hey, look over here, look over there, enemy there. I also just love the sounds. Like, the gun sounds really good. I'm dead. Jesus Christ. I love fighting everything 12-7 and above. Yeah. It's funny, I only start fighting all these 12-7 vehicles right when I start recording, too. That's very funny. He was like, I don't mind, like, fighting F-15s, F-18s ain't that bad, but, well, just the missiles suck, and you can't really lock. Again, you only have about, like, 10 kilometers of actual range you can use these missiles with before they go plit. But, yeah. Here we go again. Hopefully this match is, you know, slightly better than the last two. We got killed by an F-18 and then... One thing I've also noticed, like, this thing's really good for turn fighting, but with you can't really turn fight most of what you're fighting anymore. Mainly because, like, if you get up tier 2, like, when you're fighting, like, the F-18s, they will just outmaneuver you no matter what you do. Because I've tried turn fighting with an F-18, and, like, sure, I can outmaneuver 90% of what I come across, but fighting F-18s, there's no good chance of actually outmaneuvering them. Because, like, I went in, started trying to outmaneuver him, and before I knew it, I was out of airspeed, and he was already on my tail, and I just couldn't shake him. Which does suck, but it's also just something I'm like, oh, well, it makes sense in the end of the day because F-18 frames smaller, slightly more agile, That's why I want to get the Griffins, which are also more agile. But yeah, it's just like well, I guess I can't really outmaneuver that. Like, I can outmaneuver F-14s easily. Well, they're still a bit of a challenge because for how big they are still a good dogfighting frame. They're just huge. Plus they're twin engines, so they have a lot of acceleration to them. So we're 12-7 again. Or, no, actually maybe 12-3. F-18s are just scary, though. Maybe that's why I should do a video on playing one of the F-18s. Maybe stock grind the F-18C early. Oh no, wait, that would be the F-18A, right? One of the F-18s, you know, just stock grind it. Just the one of the factory ones. The F-18 got that kill. Oh, I did get a hit on, but nothing from that. There's also F-15s. I'm sorry. Okay. You know it's sad when I'm also outrated by a MiG-21. Oh no. Oh well. Can't be too mad about it. We got a hit. And surprisingly no kill assist. I also just cleaned my monitors, so it's a lot easier to see out now. Which is really nice. Especially being able to see your targets and go pew pew. I'm hoping to get a kill this video, so I can at least say I got a kill with this jet. But we'll see how it goes, chat. Yeah. It's like I'm just also not gonna get discouraged because it's like, sure, it gets a little frustrating when you just constantly die and don't get a kill, but at the same time, I can go, like, if I know I'm not gonna get kills because I'm just gonna keep getting nasty up tiers, I know I can just go, like, go touch ground targets and stuff like that. So it ain't that big of a deal. I'm really surprised that they still haven't given it any of the F-16s that are like 12.7 and 12.3, like, any AM7s, because, like, they only get heat seekers, which is like, bro, they need a little bit of, like, of a missile. They have the capability to launch them and lock them, but yet they don't give them to it. I never did understand that, or why they did that. But hey, it's Gaijin, what can you say? Thinking that, so in hindsight, I think I've been putting myself in bad, like, team positioning. I think I'm, like, too far in. Because, like, I find it easier, like, to go further out and then swing in. But we'll see how this goes. I must stick a little bit out. There's a bogey somewhere for a nose. He's vanished. So is he there? Around? Holy. Ugh, don't blink out on me. I was not expecting an F-15. He also just completely ignored me and left. Come on, missile.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm firing or not anymore. You know, it's sad that I started recording this video 17 minutes ago, and that's not changed a single bit. We've just been getting really bad matches. And we also have a really bad missile, so really bad matches with really bad missile. Even though the thing is, this is the same missile you get when you go up to the Griffins too. So like you're just stuck with this missile until you get to the 13-7 one. And like, just put into perspective, the standard AM7s get 25 Gs of missile, which is typically what this one is. But they have 71-second burn times, where this only has about the same as the heat seekers. And look how much bigger that missile is. You're telling me that missile with that bigness only has the same amount of that the smaller heat seeker. Yeah, it's like, okay, same burn time, but radar guided. So I mean, going head on, yeah, sure you can hit things, but that's only if they don't move, or if they don't turn away from you, as hard as that MiG-21 did. So it's yeah. Because you can't shoot the missile from behind and have it pray for it. You can only pray for it to catch up. It won't actually catch up. And yeah. It's yeah. where most of the standard AM7s, they have 71 burn time. I know I've said that already. And then also, just like the missiles you're fighting R-73s, 40G missiles, which obviously don't care about my flares. You're fighting R-27Rs, which are 35G maneuverability with radar guidance. Like, empty. Hey, at least we got 2 kills that time. Even though one was technically a crash, but we still got 2 kills. So, hey, that ain't bad. We got 2 kills. I'm also just trying to think of everything you're fighting, and you're just like fighting a whole bunch of disgusting missiles. Because like this one, at least you had, like, you weren't guaranteed to be always up tiered. But like, what do you have? Yeah, okay, you only have heat seekers. Again, why do F-16s only get like heat seekers, and they're at 12.3? Where if I go to the US, go to 12.3, go to the F-18, it gets AM97Ms with 25G maneuverability and a 75 burn time. So it's a longer burn time with better, like, it just has better missiles. And then here, AM7M as well. Like, these are things we're fighting. Like, we saw this, we saw this. We saw both of these F-18s. Like, we got AM7Ms, and I think these are Ps? No, Fs, okay. But, like, the only one I know that has dogfights are these. Is this one. And, like, even in this, like, E2 dogfight, 40 Gs, like, 25 Gs, 40 seconds. Versus the R-27, which is 35G, 60 seconds, and also a better radar system. So, I mean, is you can relock those too. And then you got these AM7s that you're fighting, AM7Ps that are also relockable. And they're so much better than what I have available for my jet. Which I also don't know for my F-18 if I should run all AM7s or just this, like, what the frick is going on with my lineup? Like have like all AM7s. Because like we can run all AM7s, so you get like 6 AM7s, or then you can run AM9Ls and stuff. And then not sure what Germany gets. They're kind of like a hodgepodge. They get the MiG-29, the F4. Yeah, just really the MiG-29. Russia, again, thankfully we don't get to see these, which is a big thankful thing, but like, just like in total, our 27Rs, yeah, they're 35G, 60 seconds time. They're a lot longer burn time than what we use. And I've been seeing a lot of Tornado F3s, which, what do they use? They use, so this is 50 seconds. No 25G, so it's like a worse AM7. And then these are like, so those are dogfights. So, I mean, it's very similar to what we use currently. It has 10-second better missiles, which honestly, 10 seconds is a big difference. And also, this thing, holy cow, this thing is like scary. R27 R1s and R73s, and R73s at. I mean, to be fair, Russia gets, you get to use R27 3s or R73s at 11.3 with this thing. But this thing's slow enough to where it's easy to get away from. Yeah, just it is something. Hi, game, please stop lagging. Because like we go to like the first Griffin, right? And oh look, we're this fancy jet, and we only get to use these AM7 dogfight like 25 Gs, 40 seconds. I mean, at this point, just call in and it's okay. And why is this? What, like, is it the payload that, like, the bombing payload that makes it this high? These are these like, it really isn't that much different than a typical American cast lineup. It's just a higher BR with pretty mid air guided missiles, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's kind of sad, but I've been recording for 27 minutes. I think with that, I'm going to call it here. And sorry if this video isn't that good. We only got like 2 kills this entire video, but then again, we're just being outclassed by many things. But anyway, I'm going to continue stock grinding this jet. I might redo another video later on, retouching on this jet with its AM9Ls and see how it does then. But right now, I will catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a awesome day. This is Winter Wolfie signing off. Awoo!